Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Don't make the opening me saying Oriental.
That's fair.
Can I use the opening? That one.
That's 100% going to be the opening.
Yep. Anyway. All right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to REKT Podcast. I am Bunchu alongside my esteemed colleague and co-host, Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. I haven't talked to you in a while, and you've already made me laugh way too much for the morning. So I thank you for that.
That's what we do here, you know? We like to have fun in times of turmoil and indecision. We like to, put aside our differences and have a little chuckle at the expense of ourselves and everybody else for that matter. So, we haven't talked in a while. Last time we did a show last Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we haven't done one since. We thought we were going to have a guest earlier this week, but that fell through. And quite honestly, not really sure if I want to have that guest on anymore.
That's fair.
He's wrecked me so hard. I don't know if I could face him in a chat.
The ratings, Jerry, the ratings.
But anyway, so, nothing really going on in the world, huh?
No, not at all. It's a pretty crazy. It's been a pretty crazy last couple of days.
We are in the midst of, just for the timestamp of when we're recording this, it is now day 2 after the election of 2020. We have no final results yet.
No.
We are looking at currently, at the time of this recording, I would say Biden in a very heavy lead. It has swung back and forth many times. My favorite thing that I've been watching the whole time is the betting odds, which have just been absolutely
wild
swings. Yeah, really crazy stuff. So, but it looks like right now Biden has got a pretty heavy lead. In order for Trump to pull it off, he would need basically everything remaining if he doesn't flip Arizona, which probably is not likely.
Right.
So he would need Nevada, Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania, right?
Correct.
That's what we're looking at here. So the odds are looking grim for Donnie Boy.
And as you can all imagine, he is taking it ever so gracefully.
Look, I mean, whichever side you're on, this is pretty spectacular to watch. It is just fantastic drama, quite honestly.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, I would say, being from Canada, I just want you guys to have I think the world just wants a little bit of boring president for a while. I don't know about you, but I know a good chunk of the world's population has been on red alert for the last 4 years. Like every morning, like Trump has been, I think Saturday Night Live put out a little sketch about it the other day, how it's like, what else are we going to talk about if he's not the president? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's great that Joe Biden wins, but what are we going to talk about?
Yeah,
like we haven't talked about anything else for 4 years.
Oh, cool. You're going to make fun of a dude with dementia for 4 years? Yeah, like, all right.
All right.
That's real original.
So I think you guys just need a little bit of a little calmness in your lives in the U.S. Somebody that's kind of boring. Remember when presidents used to be boring? I mean, that was fun. It was.
Was it?
You could enjoy other things. I feel like we're I know far too much about U.S. politics for my liking. So I think just a little. What can we fill up that energy with? Is my question. I don't know.
What I mean, that's the thing is, what are all these people going to do that all they did for 4 years was hate on Trump?
Oh my goodness! Like I'm watching some of these news. Like I don't like to watch CNN or Fox News, so I like a little bit more like independent news. But I'm assuming the bulk of their ratings is coming.
I just pictured you watching like public access TV.
Yeah, I don't mind a PBS.
Like Joe Exotic in the basement in front of a green screen. That bitch Carol Baskins and Donald Trump ruining my life.
He's making some good points. But yeah, so I mean, there are. I think there's a ton of infrastructure built around just monitoring what Donald Trump's doing. So there's gonna be a lot of people that lose their jobs or like. There's these
he wasn't kidding when he said he brought more jobs to America.
He does. He definitely brings more like news jobs, I would say. So I think that'll fall by the wayside. But yeah, I think it's great. I mean, watching crypto Twitter is amazing.
Well, I think the funniest thing that I've seen over the last couple of days is I have a personal Twitter that is very much the people that I follow and that I interact with on there are extremely liberal, like big time left. And so the best thing I've been doing in the past 2 days is literally just switching over accounts and reading the oppositeness of my feeds. Like
I've only been on CT.
It's crazy to see the difference in what your feeds look like one and the other. It's pretty wild. So
yeah, I've only been watching crypto Twitter, and I feel like it's me and Bully and Ledger, and that's about it.
Versus the world.
And so I mean, you come to election night,
but even Bully, I feel like is a little.
I'm being generous with the team, by the way.
Right, yeah. A little more central. I feel like Ledger's really stepped put his neck out there.
He did. He did
the last couple of days. So,
but just watching it. I mean, I think we went into election night all thinking.
Well, you guys are wrong. There was no way it was going to be this giant blowout that you all thought it was.
The only person.
And that was the only thing I was saying the whole time.
No blowout.
Was hey. Check that. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think you think that,
Unfortunately, you did not make enough political tweets to back up your statements right now. So we need receipts, I think.
Well, okay. I mean, I did. I did tweet at you that I would bet you on it.
Yeah,
and you told me. Told me no. So I mean, I think that okay. There's a receipt.
There's a receipt. But I think everybody on election night. When I say everybody, I mean literally not just crypto Twitter. I think like everybody in the U.S. thought, I guess, that Joe Biden was going to win decisively that night, which did not happen. And with all of the early voting not being accounted for, and the same day voting, like the election day voting being counted. You had a bunch of battleground states like Michigan and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin that had these like insane Trump leads, plus the fact that he won Ohio, plus the fact that he won Florida, plus the fact that he won Texas, which were like three, kind of pie in the sky Democrat, wishes that didn't come to fruition. And then you went to bed like, holy shit. I'm like, I guess Americans like Trump. And then sure enough, like over the course of the evening, the early morning, those mail-in ballots were starting to be accounted for, and Wisconsin got flipped, Michigan got flipped. And at this point in time, Pennsylvania, I think when I woke up yesterday morning, there was a 12-point deficit for Biden in Pennsylvania. I think now it's at 2%, with 10% of the votes still to be accounted for in Pennsylvania, which is crazy. So I don't know. I think we said it earlier. I think Biden's probably going to win. There's definitely fewer roads to victory for Trump, but man, it has been I've never seen anything like the roller coaster of emotion that happened over the course of like 12 hours on specifically crypto Twitter, because there were so many people talking shit.
Oh, there was a lot of early victory laps. Like, there was a lot of early victory laps.
It was
like,
crazy.
Well, and I think it's, the degenerate nature of
course,
CT is that they're all bettors. So,
yes.
like, everybody's just following these betting lines, and it swung back to like Trump minus 500, minus 600, minus 700.
Right.
I think it got all the way up to
I think it got to
minus
minus 800. I think so. I think you're right.
Which is a huge favorite. That's lay 800 to win 100. So like, that when a betting odd gets that high, that's like a lock, right? And so I think when that happened, people were taking their victory laps. Awful lot of backtracking, I feel. Those same people are now, oh, well, it is what it is. It's all fun and games, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it was definitely, this has been definitely the most entertaining election, I would say, just in the roller coaster ride of emotion.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I just want, I don't get how.
Yeah, what do you want as an American?
I just don't get how some of these states can literally just be like, nah, we're going to stop. We're not going to tell you what's happening until Thursday.
Yeah, I think, who said that? Arizona or Nevada?
It's Nevada.
Yeah.
Nevada's like the person that texts you that they're 5 minutes away and they're sitting in a bathrobe on their bed. I haven't left yet. like, come on, man. It's 3 days.
I'm in the car. I'm in the car.
Yeah, right. like, come on. It's pretty crazy. So, it's almost like, oh, well, we knew it would come down to this, so we're going to make you wait for 3 days,
So I asked you when we were getting the show ready, you had moved from a key state
yes.
in New Jersey.
The Keystone State.
The Keystone State of Pennsylvania to New Jersey. New Jersey got called, I think, almost immediately as soon as the polls closed.
It always does. It's
Now, the question was, though, did you
liberal here?
Did you vote in Pennsylvania or did you vote in New Jersey?
Well,
or did you vote?
That's the answer.
You didn't?
I did not vote for the first time in my life. I did not vote.
I mean, I can't blame you for not voting. The choices were not great.
So for the first time in my life, I decided that I wasn't going to vote.
Wow, big decision.
Yeah, well, it would have been even bigger if I still lived in PA.
Right? No kidding.
Like, the county that I lived in was one of the literally swing counties. So it would have been really interesting if I still lived there, because then I would have actually had to make a vote that really mattered. If I lived here, my vote really does. When I lived here, it doesn't really matter at the moment. So no matter which way I voted, it didn't matter.
Speaking of that area of the country, are we okay saying where you used to live?
I lived in Pennsylvania, and now I live in New Jersey.
No, but can I be more specific in the town that you were close to?
Sure.
Yeah, because it makes it transitions to my next talking point. Obviously, you were in Scranton,
yes.
or in that area. In that general vicinity. Vice President Biden's from that area.
I don't grow weed in my backyard, listeners, so don't come and rob me.
He doesn't live there anymore anyway, so does. But I watched the Goodbye Michael episode of The Office last night.
Great one.
Where it's Michael's
where he's gonna miss the mountains and where things are.
No, is that the same one?
It's the one a couple before that. Where he meets D'Angelo Vickers.
Right, yeah. So this was the third episode of D'Angelo. Right. This is where he tells everybody. It's the Dundee. Is it the same? I think the Dundee one was the second one. Or maybe it's the same one. But basically he's telling everybody he's leaving the next day. when in fact
right,
he's
yes.
leaving that day. And man, is that ever a fucking sad episode. Like I was like emotional. I'm like, oh God, what's happening? Maybe I was more emotional because I knew that like the non-Michael episodes were coming and I'm going to have to power through those.
You just reset the series.
Maybe I just end it where I want.
Stop at season 9 every time. I can get through 8, but 9's I reset the series.
But that being said, I do like. Is it Robert California?
Yeah, I like Robert California.
I can't go wrong. There are some secondary characters that have come in later in the show that I love. Like I'm a big Aaron fan.
You strike me as a big plop guy.
No, like I like Aaron. I think she's pretty good. I like what's his name? The tall, skinny one.
Gabe.
I love Gabe. I could just watch Gabe. So they did a good job of bringing in some like characters later on in the show that have been pretty solid. Again, I've been on record saying I'm not a big Andy fan. I think I've read articles saying that he's like one of the worst additional characters out of any sitcom that have come through like the years.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I agree with that.
I think he was on I don't know if he was the worst one, but I think he was on a list of characters in that category. So yeah, is that one of your favorite episodes?
I just like. I mean, I like all. I will watch the whole thing on loop. So it's it's
very good. It's very
not
good.
A lot of bad ones.
Have you seen like I tweeted out the other day that I was going to rewatch the IT Crowd after I was done The Office. Have you ever?
What that is?
Oh, buddy. Like I don't know if it's the same. Like, I don't know if it's the same level as The Office, but it's very good. The IT Crowd is a British comedy about like the IT department of this company. It's fantastic. You got to watch it. I'm assuming you have it on Netflix. Like it's on my Netflix here. But
probably then, yes.
God, it's like I've probably watched the whole thing. There's only 4 seasons, I think, and I've probably seen them at least 6 or 7 times. Like it's that good.
Interesting.
But if you like The Office, highly recommend the IT Crowd.
Interesting. I feel like we've buried the lead after the election stuff here. So, shall we?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's get to the news. All right, buddy, what do you got for us?
Turns out the election is not the biggest news of the day.
Well,
it might be. I don't know. This is definitely more entertaining, or more exciting at least. Bitcoin price hits new 2020 all-time high.
Wow.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but
it's kind of hard not to.
Right?
It's basically, CT is just a political tweet, Bitcoin bull tweet, political tweet,
that's it,
Bitcoin
man.
bull tweet. That's it.
So the price of Bitcoin shot above 14,200 for the first time in 2020. By the way, I think it got up as high as, let me give you accurate information here. I think it got as high as 14.9, maybe even 15. It got to just under 14.9 and change on Coinbase.
Yes, like this morning, right?
Yeah, crazy stuff. Let me do the hourly here. Get you the 14,993 is the highest I got on Coinbase. So we'll call it 15K. Not really, but you can't call it 15K until it hits it. But huge numbers. But it doesn't have the same. I feel obviously we're talking about it on CT, but I feel like the greater population is not talking about it as much as they were when it hit this price level back in 2017. Market data from TradingView indicates that the major markets reached highs of 14.2 to 14.3. Coinbase, for example, saw a spike of 14.273, but we just said they got to 14.990 at the time of writing. So still, even from this article, still went up. All told, Bitcoin's price is up 3% on the day It's a little more than that now. The development.
Yeah, we are at
What are we for the day? Or the
24 hours, up 7.9%, 11.9% in 7 days.
That's insane. That's Bitcoin. That's not some shitcoin. The development comes as the U.S. presidential election results are still being tabulated, with incumbent President Donald Trump and challenger Joe Biden both looking at the prospect of narrow victories. Equity markets appear to be reacting positively to the results thus far. The NASDAQ is up 4.45% at the time of writing, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 2.75%. The price of gold is down slightly, 0.76% at the time of writing. So things are happening. I think people are looking for a little bit of stability, and I think that happens every election regardless. They just want a decision to be made, and then markets can kind of go back to normal. But, I mean, huge. Where are we going? Bunch, where are we going from here?
I don't know. I was reading that there's no resistance up to all-time high.
There isn't. As soon as we broke, I think I put a little, I'm just looking at my Laker lines here. I put...
well, I'll get to this in a minute. Never mind. Keep going.
I put my Laker line. I think I put one at 16-something. 16.2 there's a slight resistance there. A slight. I mean, that's the only... looking for anything between 13.8 and 19.9. There was only a little bit of resistance at 16.2. So... I don't know. It's blast off time, I think.
You think so? Huh?
I mean, I don't know. Blast off time might be a little
just in time for me to have no fucking crypto left. Cool. I hate this.
Just buy now. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm literally retiring from the show at all-time high. Just to let you know, I've got about maybe a couple of days left with these $1,000 candles we're seeing every day.
Jeepers.
Next week might be my last show.
No, man. We haven't even sold the show yet. It's going to be our cash cow.
No one's buying this.
No, somebody will. I'm telling you, man. There was a crypto show I used to listen to back in the day before we had ours. I think it was called Crypto 101 or something like that. It was like one of the most popular ones at the time. So like when you searched, iTunes or whatever, it would come up at the top. And there was a guy, the host at the time was like Aaron somebody. He seemed like a pretty smart guy. I didn't realize this because I noticed that show kind of still popping up on the feed, but it's like two new guys. Mm-hmm. And apparently, I guess that Aaron guy sold it to these two guys. So they just took all of the positive momentum that the show had. So they just, I don't know what they bought it for, but these two guys just bought his show. They still get all of the high iTunes ratings, the ranking, all that fun stuff. And I don't know, maybe the guy walked away with a little bit of change in his pocket.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I hope you guys like REKT Podcast with,
show
I don't know.
For sale.
Yeah, with Gainsey and Kobe. I don't know.
REKT Podcast with Chad and Chet.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting. I'm like, ooh, you can just sell this thing, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, so a quick hitter here of the top 10. Bitcoin at this current moment, $14,863.42. Ethereum at number 2 at $4.10. Don't forget about Ethereum, up 7% today and 5.5% on the week. Tether number 3, XRP at 24 cents. Bitcoin Cash number 5 at $247.26. Chainlink number 6, 1064. Binance number 7 at 27.15. Polkadot.
Yeah, Polkadot. That's a big one.
That's a new one to me. $4.17. Litecoin number 9, $57, and Cardano rounding out the top 10 at 9.4 US cents. Yes. So that's where we're at.
It's bananas. Like, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna have an alt season after this? Like,
fuck you with alt season.
I don't know.
Everything. Fuck you. Fuck off. Fuck everything.
It sounds like you need a T-shirt from the new REKT Podcast.
Well, it's funny. I was going to I was going to say when you were talking about the Laker lines, if you want to tell people about this now, because I think Laker lines would make a good shirt.
Ooh. Yeah. Good call. See, that's what I need. I was trying to come up with ideas the other day, and that is a good call. I'm going to write that down.
Well, you got like some really good obvious ones, but it's like quotes from the show and stuff we may not think of till we say them,
Exactly. That's that. I was trying to go through some in my head, but I wasn't coming up with much. But I like Laker lines. All right, that's good. Noted. Yeah. So it's. I tried to put together a T-shirt or like a design contest on Twitter. And we had some people message back and put together some stuff. I hopped on. What did I hop on? Canva. I don't know if you've been on that before. Hopped on Canva and started.
Oops, sorry, dude.
I hopped on Canva and started designing my own. Turns out it's super easy, and I'm really good at coming up with T-shirt ideas.
Canva's the best.
It's really good. It's really, really good. So I did that.
We should get a Canva sponsorship.
We should get a Canva sponsorship. Give me a free account, Canva. But yeah, if you guys are looking for, in my opinion, the best crypto T-shirts, hoodies, what have you, the nice thing, we're using TeePublic now, and all you do is just come up with the design, and it literally fits to it superimposes it on all these different things. So in our old one, I had to go in and kind of make everyone individually. And this, I just make the design, and it takes, I think it does like 10 different items, like styles of items, instantly. So you can get like stickers, phone cases. You can get fucking COVID masks.
We should probably do a giveaway of sorts.
I agree. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I think the designs are pretty cool. I reached out to Ty. We told him we'd get him a shirt. But I have an issue. Maybe you can help me out with. I told him that I gave him the link. Told him to pick out a T-shirt, and he picked out the Got Wrecked. I think it was like the Got Wrecked one where the guy's like on his laptop, and anyways, he picked out the worst color combination. And I'm like, ugh, like it's just like what do you call it? It clashes. The T-shirt color he chose clashes with the design, and I feel like I'm just gonna fix it for him and just send him what I think is the best combination. Like I get it, but you picked the wrong color combination, so it's a moral dilemma I'm in right now.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, so check out our new T-shirts. They're pretty cool. I think you did a fantastic job.
More to come. Well, like now that I have Bunchu's input, we'll have actually really funny ones.
All right, so we go into a second news story here.
Let's do this.
All right. 69
nice
thousand Bitcoins that moved on Tuesday, likely tied to Silk Road dark market elliptic. So the block previously reported, this is from the block crypto, that 69,369 Bitcoins, nearly 1 billion in value, moved from wallet address blank, which they list here, the fourth largest Bitcoin wallet. Interesting. Now, blockchain analytics firm Elliptic is saying the moved Bitcoins could be connected to the Silk Road Darknet marketplace, which launched in 2011 and was shut down in October 2013. Site founder Ross Ulbricht was arrested at the time of the shutdown and was later sentenced to life in prison. Multiple life sentences, in fact.
Fucking bullshit.
Quote here, the Silk Road attracted close to 150,000 buyers and 4,000 vendors and facilitated the total sales of 183 million. The FBI seized approximately 174,000 Bitcoins from Ulbricht, worth around 105 million by that time due to Bitcoin's growing value. These Bitcoins were later sold at auction by the U.S. government, Elliptic wrote in the Post. So, another potential reason for the move could be that hackers seize control of the wallet. Oh boy. Ooh. Or the original wallet owner fears the threat of hack. So, there's another quote here that they said, either the password on file has been cracked and the Bitcoin's taken, or the controlling funds might be, or the person controlling the funds might be worried about the possibility of it being cracked and therefore move the funds to another wallet, Robinson told the block. Interesting. Whatever the reason for the spur of the moment Bitcoins, Robinson writes in a blog post, exchanges should be on the lookout for Bitcoin deposits that can be traced back to the address. So, but like, what's the bad part of this?
I think just the fact, I don't know if it's bad, but just the fact that they moved 69,000 Bitcoin. I think it's just, you know.
Are they saying that that this could be somebody from the Silk Road?
Yeah.
That has not been caught?
Or yeah, possibly that, or people that are, I honestly don't know the ins and out of that story altogether. Like, are there people?
Because, okay, if someone just has 69,000 Bitcoins, who cares what they do with them?
Right. Like, is it somebody that, like, is it like Gox where there's a lawyer that has the key? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's the same situation. I think Mt. Gox has that lawyer that has a bunch of Bitcoin that they're holding for some reason or another. It might be that. Is it somebody that hasn't been caught yet that used to work with Silk Road that they couldn't find? I don't know. But that's 69,000 Bitcoin's not, you know, it's a good chunk. It's a good chunk of Bitcoin. They might just be dumping it too. Like, we're at almost at $15,000 Bitcoin. Maybe they just want to get rid of some.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, if it's just somebody who has, you know, 69,000 Bitcoin, like, what's the big deal? But if it came from Silk Road, I guess they're saying that they might be crime Bitcoin.
Maybe.
Interesting. So, I mean, Bitcoin on the move, baby. But I'd be selling too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. What do you think? We have to go back and look at our predictions. I forget what our year-end predictions were. But do you want to make a quick year-end prediction right now? And we can kind of go back and figure out what our old ones were.
Your old one was $150,000.
No, first of all, not at the end of the year. I believe mine was $150K at the end of this current bull run. So
what does that even mean?
So, listen, it's easy. What was the top of the last bull run?
You gave it a time frame. So
I said I think I said within the next 2 years.
I thought you said 2021.
Yeah, that could be. Maybe I said end of 2021.
Yeah.
I don't know what I put at the end of 2020. I feel like it was like 18K. Does that make sense?
I mean, it does. We'll have to go look. I don't know if I wrote them down. We'll just have to go find them.
Yeah, I'll have to find the episodes. But what do you think? So let's we're November 5th. What do you think end of the year? We're only 2 months away.
Man, that's tough. I'm going to say, let's see, what are we at? 15K right now?
Yeah, just under 15K.
Are you going to write this down so we have it so we don't have to go dig this one out?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 13.5.
Boo. All right, end of year prediction, end of year. Bunch is, would you say 13.5?
Yeah.
Boo for sure on that one. Don't worry, folks. Chambers here to keep your spirits up. I'm gonna go. 18 sounds like a good number. I'm gonna go 18K still. I feel like that's what I said before. I may be wrong, but 18K seems like a nice number for the end of the year.
That's not a bad number at all.
I mean, yeah, and it's higher than it is now. So keep the people happy.
Look, man, I'm
you're a realist.
Yeah. I don't need to play to the audience.
I do,
here.
Man. I need all the help I can get.
I need to be the bullish monkey boy. So, I got one last one here. Yep.
Thank goodness there's a paywall, so I'll only read the highlights. So FTX. This is from the Block Crypto. Could rake in about $1 million from election betting, says an insider. I know we were talking earlier about how CT was just gambling the shit out of election night, and a lot of those tweets were about FTX and buying.
Yes, because you could buy the Trump to win token or the Biden to win token.
Amazing. And did you see some? Did you see some of those charts? They were
Oh yeah,
lethal.
They were rug pulls.
Yeah, they were definite rug pulls. So FTX could see about $1 million just in their rakes. I don't know what they call them. We'll call them transaction fees, but probably also called rakes. That could help bring in as much $1 million. Exchange, crypto prediction markets tied to the 2020 elections have seen volume. So we all know that, but a ton of betting happening on FTX, which is exciting. Another fun way to bring gamblers into crypto, I think is a good thing. I remember back in the day, it's funny. One of my good friends, in real life, he's a big gambler. I'm a big drug guy, obviously, or was. I feel like I'm not even a big drug guy anymore. I feel like I'm a sham of what I used to be. But we always laugh. I'm like, how did we not get into Bitcoin back in 2011 or 2013? Yeah, I
cannot believe you.
Like either of us, we both I'm like, how is that not? So he's a huge gambler. Like he was showing me Will Hill back in. Is it Will Hill?
Yep.
Back in like 2007. And voting. I remember voting or betting on like the German Pope to win. I'd won like he's like these prop bets. He's like, oh, he's showing me prop bets all the time.
You're betting on the Pope futures?
I remember betting on, so not the current Pope, but the one before that, going online. So I mean, that's a fucking long time ago, and winning like a good amount of money betting on the German Pope.
So there's one more story here that I thought it was actually the story that I sent you, and this is what I wanted to send you. They're both about FTX. So
okay.
The FTX founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, so that's who we were just talking about,
yes,
right? Is among Joe Biden's top contributors with more than $5 million in donation. Sam Bankman-Fried,
really?
Founder of
is that the guy in the picture for the other article? Really?
Yeah. The derivatives exchange FTX and trading firm Alameda has made a $5.2 million contribution to the campaign of U.S. Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden. According to OpenSecrets.org, FTX is cited as one of the top donors in the 2020 cycle, contributing $5.22 million to Biden's campaign. Very interesting. Data from the Associated Press shows Biden's leading the race, blah, blah, blah.
I wonder how old Sam is. How old is Sam? He looks like he's 20.
I mean, he just netted $1 million.
Jeez.
I mean, what do you mean? Bankman-Fried confirmed to the Blocks that he did make the donation via a vehicle. He said it was through Alameda, the market-making and trading platform he runs as CEO. Bankman-Fried's political contribution was initially reported by several mainstream media, including the Wall Street Journal and Vox, but has largely gone unnoticed in the crypto space. Other notable names... that doesn't matter. But he gave $5.2 million. So he's one of the. I think they said he was the top contributor behind Bloomberg.
Really? That's crazy.
So, yeah. I wonder what that means for if he wins. If it's maybe he's in the pockets now.
Maybe that's where you want to be. That's where you want to be, in the pockets.
Maybe Biden will be pro crypto.
What are the bets on him finishing a full term?
Low, I would say.
Fudge, eh?
I would say low. I would say you're going to see Kamala Harris.
What did I? So both. I read a great. So both. Listen to this. Both George Bush Jr., so president in 2000 to 2008. Bill Clinton, 92 to 2000. Are both still... The president in 1992 is still younger than either of the candidates.
Wow.
That's bananas, you people. Like, What is happening? Look at my young prime minister. He's so fucking hot. Okay?
Oh, my God.
All right?
Wow.
You guys need a hot... Doesn't matter. Guy, girl, doesn't matter. A hot, attractive person, young. What are we doing with these old geriatrics that are losing their mind? All right? People talk shit about Trudeau all the time. Like, yeah, but he's good looking. All right, doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want when you're good looking. So Obama, he was all right. He's got some big ears, but besides that, you see him hit that shot the other day, by the way.
Oh my God,
wet, buddy. That's what I do. Pure swag, that guy. Say what you want about Obama, man. That guy was swag. Like, that's what you need. It just drives me insane. Just a swaggy ass president. That's what you need. Regardless, Republican, Democrat, I don't care.
I mean, Trump's got swag.
He doesn't. He's got this.
Yeah, he does. He's got different kind of swag.
He's so. It's such a snowflake. It's so weird. All the terms that they used for like the other side are just so apt for him. It's just this wet in the worst way possible, soggy man. Anyways.
First of all, as a mostly moist individual,
I get it.
Very big offense to this.
I am a Trump type. Don't get me wrong. But I shouldn't be president either.
So yeah, it's I do have an announcement to make though.
Oh God.
I'm announcing my presidential candidacy in 2024.
I'll vote for that. How can you not? Yeah. How can you not vote? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Young and hot, man. Come on, that's what we need.
So it was my birthday the other day.
Yes.
And my wife surprised me with a video chat with all my buddies, and we were chatting, and my one friend, who is extremely liberal and he can't wait for Trump to get out of office, is talking about the ironic thing is he acts more like Trump than anybody I know. And so we tell him this frequently, and
I like this guy.
But he started the conversation basically like, who would bet me that I could, and how many votes would it take to win a bet if I ran for president? And so we started talking about it, and I was like, I don't know, like 500 votes, and he's like, oh, I could definitely get 500 votes. So we were talking, we're like, no, you fucking can't. And then we were all talking about how great it would be if we all ran in 2024,
right,
and competed against each other. And literally, I could create a super PAC against my friend and run smear campaigns on public access TV. So we decided that we were all going to run in 2024, and the winner will get some kind of prize, the loser will get some kind of punishment. But what they didn't know was it has been a prophecy for over 10 years that I was going to run for president in 2024. I sent our Telegram Telegram group a picture of me in 2009. Yes. In 2009, wearing a shirt that says "Bunchu Mardukas 2024," because my buddy Ben, his nickname in the group is Hank Mardukas.
What is the reference from?
It's actually from what movie is that from? I Love You Man, I think.
Mardukas. That sounds right.
Yeah, and so so I have shirts that
I'm looking at it right now.
Had for 10 years. 10 years ago, we had shirts made a bunch of Mardukas for 2024. So it's been a prophecy that I was going to run for president for a while now. So it all makes sense now that I'm going to run against my buddy, and we're going to have a good time.
That's amazing. Now, the more I look at pictures of you, and I just saw him the other day on Saturday Night Live. Did you ever get compared to Jack White, like when you're at any point?
No, you always say that.
It's fucking nuts to me, man. Like that's funny. It's so similar. But no one's ever brought that up before.
No, the only thing is that I've been thinking about my doorbell a lot. When you're gonna ring it?
When you're gonna ring it?
That's it.
I forget how much of a huge White Stripes fan I was, 15 years ago. I had them playing the other day. I'm like, fuck, this is good. I love the White Stripes. I saw them in my town here, and I saw them at a secret show. Back in I don't know when it was, maybe it was like 2010. They were doing like just a specific tour just across Canada, but in like not the big cities. So they were doing, and every show they would stop. So they would do like Nunavut or like these weird places in the middle of nowhere, and they would do a show at whatever the venue was, but they would also do a secret show in that same town in like a weird place. So I actually saw them at a flower factory with like 50 people. It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, shout out to my doppelganger friend Bunchu, who looks like.
That's funny.
I wish you could shred like him though.
All right, yeah, I cannot do that. But all right, we got one more segment here. What are we doing for the people?
Well, we've been talking about the presidency. We've been talking about, the outcomes. We don't know. We think it might lean one way, but until all the votes are tabulated and accounted for, we do not have a winner. So just in case we lose Donald John Trump as the president of the United States.
Is that his middle name, John?
I think so.
I kind of always just pictured it was like Homer J. Simpson.
Like Jay.
Yeah.
No, I think it's John. I think his dad's name is John.
Okay.
So Donald John Trump as the president. We want to reflect on some of the great tweets he's put out over the years because if he's no longer president, those tweets won't necessarily hold as much weight as they used to. So we just want to have time to reflect on some of the gems he's put out there.
All right, so I got a couple here. This one comes from May 23rd, 2014. Obama's wind turbines kill 13 through 39 million birds and bats every year. Save our bald eagles, symbol of our nation.
He was worried about the bald eagles getting chopped up by the wind turbines?
Sounds like it.
Amazing. That's amazing. It's a fear. The man has a fear.
Here's another good one. March 22nd, 2018. Crazy Joe Biden is trying to act like a tough guy. Actually, he is weak, both mentally and physically, and yet he threatens me for the second time with physical assault. He doesn't know me, but he would go down fast and hard, crying all the way. Don't threaten people, Joe.
Who do you think would win in a fist fight, Joe Biden or Donald Trump? Today. It's going.
Dude, I don't know. I kind of think Trump would.
Like Trump's those. Like, I don't think if Trump was 5'9", you know what I mean? Like Trump's a big dude. He's like 6'1" or 6'2". Gotta be 300 pounds. Like, gotta be. If he's punching you, it's gonna hurt. Like Joe's kind of like I feel Joe's spry, but I don't know. I don't know how that jaw is gonna be. Does Diamond Joe have a glass jaw? Is the question.
He probably does.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
here's another one. December 12th, 2013. How amazing. The state health director who verified copies of Obama's birth certificate died in a plane crash today. All others lived.
That's amazing. That's fucking amazing tweet.
Man. Here's a good one.
All right.
This one comes from May 31st, 2017. Who can figure out the true meaning of Kovevi? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Enjoy.
And Kofefe was way before COVID. So when you said it, I'm like, did he mean COVID? And I forget. No. Do we ever remember what he was trying to say? Was there any...
I always thought it meant coffee, but...
Yeah, everybody forgets Kofefe.
This one comes straight from crypto Twitter. Mm-hmm. May 8th, 2013. Mm-hmm. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. People, don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault.
Amazing. Amazing.
That's a CT tweet if I ever
all
heard.
Day. This guy's born for CT. Yeah, it's gonna be a shame. It's gonna be a shame to see those gems disappear. Do you think Twitter's gonna ban him after he's president? Like if he talks too much shit?
Nah.
No.
I mean, now he's just some old guy.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's just some old guy. Like, didn't they ban Alex Jones for talking too much shit?
Yeah, but Alex Jones is like, I don't know.
Crazy?
He's kind of like, he's like tinfoil hattie.
Fucking Donald Trump super tinfoil hattie. No?
I guess, but like, I don't know.
I don't know. The leader of QAnon. Do you even know what QAnon is, by the way?
Do I?
Yeah,
of course.
Like, I mean, I know you know of them, but and you know possibly the leader, but besides that, he doesn't seem to be. Does Donald know what QAnon is? And I feel, is he going to be the next leader of QAnon?
He loves QAnon. They make better burritos than Chipotle. QAnon, they make great Mexican food.
Now what's the Q? Like,
sorry, that's Qdoba.
That's Qdoba. A lot of people get that confused. What's the Q stand for in QAnon? I'm assuming anon means anonymous, but what's the Q? Anybody know?
Questionable.
Questionably anonymous.
Gofefe.
Qfefe.
Qfefe anonymous.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. It's it'll be sad to see him go. The weight of those tweets were very heavy. And I just don't know they'll be there anymore. So there'll be some Sarah McLachlan playing in the background or something, I'm sure, of this.
In the arms of an angel.
Yeah. Or like, will you remember me or something like that.
Oh, man. Well, you know, it's also probably going to retire my impression.
I know there's a lot of that's going to happen, too. A lot of people making money on those impressions.
It felt good to do it one last time.
It did. You know what? And it was probably, I'm going to be honest, it's probably your best time. I had a lot of actual things to work with here. You know, the cadence, the delivery was fucking 10 out of 10.
All right. Well,
what do you think?
Here's a good one.
Oh, we got one?
I'm still scrolling through. November 7th, 2012. It's freezing and snowing in New York. We need global warming.
Wow.
November 7th. And I got to tell you, it's about 70 degrees today where I live on November 5th.
We have global warming. It's here.
Thank you, Trump.
Yeah.
Thanks. Many people, here's one from November 10th, 2012. Many people are saying, I'm the best 140 character writer in the world. It's easy when it's fun.
What are we at now? We're at 256, I think we can do now?
I think it's 280. They doubled
it. Doubled it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, exciting
That's
stuff.
going to do it. I think that's going to do it for us. Anything else that you wanna mention here before we get out of Dodge?
No, I'm gonna miss Trump, I think. I
just hope that people just take the L if your side loses. Don't be an asshole.
Well, that's definitely not gonna. I was gonna say it's definitely gonna happen with the Trump fans, but I could probably.
I don't know. It's not gonna happen either way.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly. I agree.
Tell you.
I agree. I stopped myself from saying it.
The Biden fans are just as bad, if not worse.
They're not worse. They're definitely not worse. They'll be bad. Don't get me wrong. But
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
People are telling me they're worse. They say they can't even control their characters. They say there's 280 of them now. That's double. I've made more characters since I've been president. Nobody can say that. They can't say they've increased the characters. I've increased the characters.
It's true. Some stuff you can't argue with about.
That's it.
Fucking facts are fact, man.
Facts are facts. So that's going to do it for us. Until next time, don't get wrecked. And that is financial advice.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. You can help support us by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and become a REKT patron by signing up for a monthly tier on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/REKT podcast. Don't get wrecked.